Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video, we will learn about the two distinct and separate court systems that exist in the United States. In the US, the two distinct court systems are federal court system and the state court system. The reason for this distinction is because of the federal structure of the US government. Under the federal system of governance, there is a distinction between the state and the federal government, with both possessing individual sovereignty. Each state in the USA has its own constitution, which acts as the fundamental law of that state. The constitution of the state lays down the framework for state laws and governance based on which the government of the state operates. However, it is imperative to mention here that the state constitutions are subordinate to the United States Constitution. The the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land, and the state constitutions and laws must be aligned to it and cannot violate the rights and protections guaranteed under the federal constitution. It's also important to mention here that even though the constitution of states might differ in terms of content, the principles of democracy, individual rights, and the rule of law are aligned with the federal system. Now let's look at the state judicial system in detail. The state courts are established by the laws of every state, and they have a very broad range of jurisdiction. Every state in the United States has the liberty to decide its own court structure. The state courts interpret and apply the laws of the state to the matters before them. They hear criminal cases, civil cases, family law matters, estate matters, juvenile matters, traffic violation claims, and review decisions of administrative bodies. The state court system has jurisdiction only over the cases where the state law of that particular state is violated, which includes state laws, regulations, statutes, etc. At the base of this structure are the trial courts of general jurisdiction. Since these courts are the primary courts for any civil or criminal matter heard for the first time, they are also known as courts of original jurisdiction. At the very basic level are the district courts. Different states in the US refer to the courts of original jurisdiction or the trial level courts differently. They can be referred to as circuit courts or superior courts or district courts, etc. in different states. These courts deal with the matters both civil and criminal in nature. Then comes the appellate courts. Most of the states have the next level of courts called courts of appeal. These courts hear appeals from parties dissatisfied by the decisions of the trial court. Then at the top or at the helm of the state legal system are the supreme courts of each state. The supreme courts of the states hear appeals from the appellate courts. Aside from appellate jurisdiction, they also have original jurisdiction on matters that relates to disputes between states, constitutional matters, violations of law by high-ranking public officials, etc. However, the parties to the dispute can also appeal the decisions of the state Supreme Court before the Supreme Court of United States. So friends, this was all about the state court structure in the United States. Now let's understand the federal court structure in the US. Now, the federal courts deal with matters which are related to violations of federal laws and regulations and also disputes between states. As the courts of original jurisdiction, at the base of the federal court structure are the United States District Courts. There are 94 federal district courts throughout the US, and these are the original courts of jurisdiction in both civil and criminal matters. These courts also uphold the principle of diversity jurisdiction in the US. Diversity jurisdiction allows cases from individuals in different states or different nationalities or countries to be heard before the federal courts rather than the state courts, thereby providing a neutral platform or a neutral forum to parties from different states or nationalities. However, there are two conditions that have to be met for a diversity jurisdiction in civil matters. One, the parties to the dispute must be residents of different states in US or residents or citizens of different countries. There's also a monetary requirement, that is a requirement of minimum amount of money that needs to be involved in the dispute so as to be able to qualify for the case for diversity jurisdiction, and that amount currently is $75,000. Diversity jurisdiction does not apply to criminal matters. It is only limited to civil matters where the legal remedy that is being sought is monetary damages or injunctive relief. So, after the district courts comes the United States Court of Appeals. There are 13 federal appellate courts in the United States which cover specific geographical areas. These courts or these appellate courts are known as circuit courts. They hear appeals from US district courts and the specialized federal courts in the United States. And at the helm is the Supreme Court of United States, also known as SCOTUS. This is the highest court of the country and the final authority on interpretation of federal law. There are 9 justices in the Supreme Court, and they are nominated by the President of the United States and are confirmed by the US Senate, and of course they are appointed for life as per Article 3, Section 1 of US Constitution. The pros are that it helps in ensuring judicial independence, maintenance, that is, it helps in ensuring that judicial independence is maintained by allowing the judges to decide the cases fairly based on law without worrying too much about their reappointment or any political backlash that they might face. However, the cons is that a new judge will only be appointed when a judge steps down or is incapacitated from continuing in office. So friends, I'm sure this video would have helped you learn and get clarity on the state and federal judicial system in the United States, and I hope you liked the video. Please let me know your views in the comment box below. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you soon with another video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have a great day.